important events such as childbirth or family funeral. Hey, sometimes you need a little help navigating life's trouble spots. That's when I discovered Equinox.
After the divorce and losing little Tommy, life was getting me down. I couldn't focus on anything at work. After trying Equinox, I've been Employee of the Month 3 times.
What up, what up, what up?
What's up, y'all?
Ishtalk TV in the house. The best show in the DMV.
Most entertaining show.
Hope y'all doing good out there, man.
Yes, sir.
What up, y'all? Wavy, Cuzzo. Sorry I fucked up your sink. Man, I got so fucked up at his house after the show. I threw up in his sink. I was
Living there no more.
He was. I'm not invited back no more.
Oh my god! How? How
It was
did you
the
do that?
blunts. It was the funnel. It was what were we drinking that time? It was Henny too.
Henny. It was Henny.
And he was talking to me about the apartment, and in my mind, I'm like, bro, I can't do this. I ran to the bathroom. I tried to get into the toilet, but it went to the sink. And we had Chipotle. And we had Chipotle. So I had all garbanzo beans, fucking barbacoa,
and you had salsa probably.
And I was trying to dip it out and put it in the sink, and it got into like 10 minutes. My cuz was like, "Yo, cuz, you all right? Yeah, I'm all right."
Oh my god!
And it got to a point I was like, "Man, maybe I should just tell him." I was like,
yeah. Why didn't you?
And then it wasn't flushing. I mean, it wasn't going down the sink. I was smashing it.
Okay, but wait a minute. Did you get the water? Did you put the water on?
I put the water on too. And
oh
that made
god!
It worse.
And I'm sure the smell was
and
probably.
I was trying to smash it in.
He probably like, Mo, put that smell, Mo. What that smell, Mo? Damn, somebody smell like acid here, and then it's probably he was like, oh,
I can't
damn.
handle, bro. You know how many times? You remember that time I got y'all found
how many times? It's plenty of times. Yes,
I was passed out in Adams Morgan.
Yeah, you on my birthday. Out of all the things, how was it? You got more fucked up than the birthday person.
I got more fucked up than the
and
birthday
you cost
boy.
me some ass that day. You did.
If y'all don't know, this is your boy B Moore, and this is my albino friend AJ Turn Up,
AKA Buff Curry. What's good, y'all? How y'all living out there? Everybody good? We good? We good out there? Everybody good?
Yeah. And before we start the show, I'm not inviting nobody over my house no more. Smacking so hard when they be eating food.
Shit, if it's like that, if the food is that good, and you
but
snack,
it's a damn grape. How good can a grape be? Do you be smacking up the wall? I thought I was fucking DeAndre Wilder. My eardrums popping shit.
Eardrums bleeding. It was good.
I was all discombobulated. I was like, what the
fuck?
Look,
man, food is good. Food is good.
Next time, because I know you. If it was somebody else, I would have kicked them out.
Like, get out. Get out.
I was out.
Cow mouth. Yak mouth.
Out.
Yum, yum, yum.
I remember we did a story about how a dude was
no, but his was
he gets triggered when somebody chews loud.
Yeah,
I became him. I became American Psycho because I was just looking like, what the fuck?
Whatever.
Anybody else told you that?
No. Food is good. Food is good. Food is good.
And then you had an orange on top of that.
I had an orange on top of that.
And you was smacking that.
You gotta have your you know. That is better than that than a donut, nigga.
Fam. This show was sponsored by 1990something LLC.com.
Yes, sir.
Go to them for your just 90s things.
Yeah, if you want to live it, if you want to know what it feels like to go back to the 90s, check them out. They got good shoes, good shirts, Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, whatever you think of in the 90s, they got you. 1990 something got you.
Yeah. Tonight we're talking about abortions.
Abortions, yeah.
We're talking about Spike Lee. Talking about the corona. And we talking about Mike Tyson. And the topic of your boy, the topic is, should women get abortion? Should abortions be free? Since we ain't got no women here, y'all gonna be listening to men. Okay, it's about us. Okay. Not y'all. But first, man, I'm not going nowhere. The 11 people have been
diagnosed or
have been killed because of this coronavirus in the United States. I remember last week they wasn't even talking about it coming over here, but now it's here. It's in Washington State. I'm not going over there. That's where Planet of the Apes was at, right? Or Seattle? Cali? Man, this is science, man. I'm not going to Taiwan. I'm not doing none of that shit. I'm not doing that. I used to hate traveling. But now, I definitely
you have an
hate
excuse
traveling.
now not to
I
do
have
it.
a fucking excuse.
Oh my
What
God,
you think about it, man?
no. I mean, it's a de- delicate situation because the death rate is not as high as everybody says it is. I mean, remember when SARS came out in 2003? That had a higher death rate than this. I just think I don't know what to say about this. The main thing is people wash your damn hands. If you feel sick, stay home. But yeah, really washing your hands is the best thing. But really washing your hands, not that hand sanitizer shit. You need to wash your hands. Like, see how I'm doing this in this circular motion? Like motherfuckers, like niggas. This is how niggas use to wash their hands. That's it. Like nah.
I be in the bathroom in the stall.
Yeah.
I be hearing somebody. You better wash your hands, motherfucker. You better use some motherfucker.
Yeah.
I better hear some water, motherfucker.
Yeah, no, I need to see
want you
soap.
some water.
I need to see soap.
And
Fuck
then-
water. You need to. I need soap and water.
All I
I need.
hear is psh, and then they don't even wipe their hands.
Yeah,
or sometimes
I've
they just
seen walk out. I've seen
they
people
just grab the door.
They just grab the door. No, that's your thing. You cannot do that. This guy right here, look, a new shirt will grab on the dirtiest, dingiest door before he puts his hands on there. I can't blame him though. This shit is just like when I'm hoping it, like, and I don't mean it in this way, but I'm hoping by the summer this shit going away. They found a cure because I feel like that's what's gonna happen. Because summertime when people spend that money, they'll be like, all right, we good now. Now you can spend your money again, like we want you to. Go out and have fun because they have canceled certain festivals that's coming up. Like I think in Miami there was a festival coming in April. They're not doing that anymore. So just think they might not do a lot of things during the springtime. So spring gonna be fucking up for people.
Fucking up the money.
Fucking up the money. But like I said, when summer get here, they'll find a way to quarantine that shit.
It's getting to a point where in California they already made it a state of emergency.
Yeah, no, the government made a state of emergency.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
In Maryland, the governor's trying to do something too, but it's getting to a point where everybody pointing fingers and start looking at little Asian people. It's gotta get that time. They about to put them in internment camps again. It's about to be that time.
It may be, but that's where it started. It's just fucking crazy. And then you have the conspiracy people coming out there. You've come from population control, but then there is a little history insight. If you look, every 100 years, some shit's happening. 1820, 1920, you had the Spanish influenza. Then now it's 2020, so it's like every 100 years, it's just like Operation.
Somebody gonna be dropping.
Right, Operation Somebody Gonna Be Dropping. That's what they call it. Operation Somebody Gonna Be Dropping, just to sustain the balance. But we don't know. But it do.
They tried so hard to get it
crazy.
in Africa, bro. I saw this article.
Yeah, I know.
They're like they're fucking surprised. Like the black people.
If I'm in Africa, like, the fuck you mean? Like, what are you trying to do? Get us?
What are you doing?
What are you doing? Like,
why you say that?
Melanin strong here. Melanin. Hey, shout out to the black people. Shout out to them. Yeah.
There's 2 reports said up 2 people in Africa or people. Africa got it, but
they ain't African. They ain't African.
They ain't say that part.
Exactly. They tried to throw that shit in there. African web article should have been like, wasn't us, nigga. It ain't our people. That's your people.
They're trying so hard. They're doing the state of emergency. They said this shit is not working. It's supposed to be working on them.
And you got people in here buying up like a shit ton of bleach and all like.
Oh yeah.
Somebody making money off of this scare.
Somebody doing something.
Like I said, it's a bad thing, but it's not as bad as we're putting it out there. It's a lot of panic. That's the difference with technology nowadays. You can make a panic. Like that's what I'm saying. I'm hoping by the summertime this shit is just done because it's been a rough 2 months so far. We're dealing with the fucking Australia fire. Then Kobe's gone. That's the biggest thing. Then you got this Corona shit. We need a break. We try to start off 2020 the right way. We done Wilder got knocked out. Like shit. Can we catch a break, please?
I'm not going. I love fall. I love fall. I can't even do fall 88. I can't even do fall 92. All fall from 15 to 99. I can't do. Sorry, no sushi. But I can't even do this. I can't even Tokyo Drift no more. I can't even Tokyo Drift no more.
What the hell is you talking about?
Tokyo Drift no more.
You'll still try to find a way to do it. No, stop it.
Hey,
stop it. Stop it.
Put this shit on every meme and this shit hit.
Stop.
Bat suit. I'm not. Right.
Look, hopefully, I just want this shit to be done. I just want this to be done. For real. I just want this shit to be done. I just want the virus to get contained somehow. Somewhere. Stop. Wash your hands, people. Wash your hands. This guy.
Yo, it's Ishtalk TV. It's your boy B More. Make sure you leave us some likes and some
Yes, and some comments.
and some likes and some comments. Yeah,
And spread the ish word, please.
yeah. And also you mentioned it before, but it was some good news. We did see some good news in the media. Your Oprah.
What about
Oprah?
Oh.
She got hers.
And 50 Cent trolled
And
the
then she
shit
gonna
out of
blame it
her.
on the shoes. But all the ancestors, they said we gotta give her. We gotta
get her something. We gotta get her something.
And the only way to get her is when she's in front of people. So someone did some
the
sort
universe,
of scientist, and they got this footage of Michael Jackson. It's some ghostly. It was some sort of one of those shows that when you find people go. What's the thing called?
The medium shit? No, it's not even that. It's not even that. MJ.
Wellness to me means all things in balance.
Let that sink in.
And balance doesn't mean all things are equal or at peace at all times. Choose. Wellness to me means all things in balance. And balance doesn't mean all things are equal or at peace at all times. Choose. Wellness to me means all things.
Another one with Kobe. He gave her the fake.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I wish they would have got Gail. I'm waiting on Gail.
No, Gail's time is coming. Her time is coming. They did
because
that. She
even did the debate after.
I
It
know.
was a spit in the face in South Carolina.
But the thing is, they did that like the GOAT Michael Jackson at the Oprah because they want to take the head down. Let Gail know like we can take her down. Your ass is next. Ooh. They tell her you next. That's why he did that point. She gonna be looking up one day and Mike gonna be like this. Next. So she better chill out with that shit.
She better chill out.
They need to make some kind of apology or something. Like no fucking apology too. I need reparations. I'm hurt. I was injured, just like Jada when she said those questions. She hurt me.
She hurt my brother. She hurt Tyquan.
She hurt me. She hurt me. So I should be compensated. Oprah, 25 stacks, and I'll leave you alone. No, fuck that. She billionaire. 100 stacks. I'm good. Give me 100 stacks.
Holla at us.
Holla at me. 100 stacks, and I won't talk about you for a month.
Oprah
for a month.
We gotta.
Gail can't do shit but just say I sigh, sir.
Somehow we gotta stop. We gotta stop her.
No, yeah, well, no, just don't put no money in her bank. I mean, Oprah don't give a fuck. She'll take care, but we just gotta stop funding them. And I know they already got money, but don't give them more money. That's the thing. Don't give them more money. Just cut them dry. Cut them off. But it's gonna be hard to do that, man. They got a big female following. Just think about it this way. If you think Oprah feels that way, just imagine how many of her followers feel the same about black men, how they think we are the scum of the earth. So it ain't just her. You know what I'm saying? We as black men have to stand behind our fucking words and do right. Not say we are perfect. We're not perfect by any means, but when you make a statement about something that you don't agree with, no matter what the backlash is, if you know in your heart that you believe what you're doing is right, stand behind that shit.
That's what we talked about last week.
Yeah,
when it comes
to
that's
what I'm
Snoop
saying.
Dogg
We gotta stand. Yeah, because they're gonna go after us because they don't want us to save they the villains. We the heroes. We just not the good looking heroes. You know, they Captain hooking us and shit. While these motherfucking Peter Pan's running around here doing the evil deeds. Like that's the whole thing. Peter Pan is not the hero. It's Captain Hook. Like that's the whole metaphor. Like we've been blinded, but Peter Pan is nasty, man. He's the Pied Piper. He taking kids, man. You didn't hear about that theory?
Hold on, what?
So he's like some shit about Peter Pan as the Pied Piper, like he's messing with children in the wrong way, and Captain Hook is actually trying to save the kids from him. How it goes. Look, I could be saying it wrong, but either way, we're the heroes of this situation, and they trying to make us look bad.
So we ugly, and we got one.
We ain't even ugly. Yeah, we're not even ugly. They just trying to portray us that way. We like, look, nah, I'm trying to save y'all from this buffoonery and this perversion.
Yeah, you know that there was going to be a St. Patty's parade, and there was going to be someone performing there, and she was trans, and the people that was running the parade, they was like, hell no, we're not doing that. You're not doing that to us. Well, but I feel like when black people speak up, we're the one that's being called homophobic or gay
Well,
trans.
it's
And also the same thing happened with also another group. They spoke out and they say, "No, we're not doing it."
it's one of those things where unfortunately the LGBT is really bullying people into forcing their views on us. If we don't want the shit, we just don't want it. It's our thing. You don't like it, do your own thing. Just how we always tell black people we don't need other white people supporting shit about certain you know things that we have success on. Create your own shit. That's all. If you want to have a trans concert, by all means, do your own shit. You got the money. They got the money. The fuck, they got the money. It's nobody. Look, we don't always have to agree with your shit. We can acknowledge your choices, but we ain't got to be a part of the shit. So that's how I feel.
But do you feel like there's being more pressure on all America, or is it just black people and white people?
Black people are getting treated black men are gonna get more scrutinized. However, but everybody is catching heat when you say something bad about the alphabet mafia. That's what I call them. The alphabet mafia gonna get you, but for black men, they don't like us. We're not respected at all. They really just don't give a fuck what we. And it's like I said, we Super Saiyans. They want to just use our powers and use us up until we dried out. But then as soon as we go against the system, then all of a sudden you wrong. So fuck that shit, fuck that noise.
I feel like it's more sort of part of pseudoscience and putting all this pressure on black people not to.
Of course,
they put in, and there was this article saying how shame on black women for not accepting a trans woman or trans man. So they're black. This is. I know. Black.
It should be shame on those people for forcing things on people that like to do things the natural way. Like, and I know people hate when I say that word natural. Oh, that's just you're a slave. No, I'm just doing regular shit. Man like boy, boy like girl. You know what I'm saying? How's we supposed to reproduce? You know what I'm saying? How was supposed to get this shit going?
Yeah, you can't be mad
at me. You can't be mad at me if I want to reproduce and if I want to be a heterosexual male and I like my masculinity, I'm proud of it. That doesn't mean that it shits on you. I'm proud of my masculinity. There are certain lines I don't like to cross. That's the problem with people now. They want to open doors and then get mad when they can't shut the shit when certain things are coming in their lives, and it's like, okay, you invited that shit in.
Yeah, when it's funny you mentioned that because it's getting to a point where it's gonna be where they're gonna just find a way to shoot in pedophilia.
It's already happening. Like it's already happening. There's a video out there where they had this fucking gay dude like freak dancing, like he was crawling sexually in a bar with the little girl. It broke my heart because she looked so confused. She was just like, she didn't know what to do. I'm like, and they're parading this shit. It's like, what are you doing? You do not want to expose your children to that type of shit. If you motherfuckers want to be doing your little gay parade or whatever type of freak shit, okay, to grown people who adults, fine, but don't expose that to children. I don't appreciate that. Like anything under 10, you out of line. Let those children be children. Let them have that innocence. We already gotta teach them when they get older how fucked up the world gonna be. I don't want them to know that's that early, but we didn't have a choice. They look.
My daughter, she's interested in so hype about this Malcolm X documentary. When she comes over, she's just like, "Can we watch Malcolm X?"
I mean, yeah. Now they'll get mad when you're teaching them. No, we're teaching them history. Ain't nobody trying to listen to your little Rip Van Winkle bullshit. I want to teach them the real history of our people, and I want them to know the real thing. Right. Now, me being a history major when I was younger, I always was wondering why like shit was the way. Like, all right, why is this way? Why this group of people like this? How come I can't say this to this group? How come I can't behave to this group like this? Like, you know how when you around white people, like certain white people, I don't like when they try to like bite my shit. Like, yeah, you did this. You live in the project. Tell me how it's like. It's really? Fine.
They do that?
It's fine, Corey. Yeah. So, man, was that really like that? How was it? When the police grabbed you?
Those questions.
Yeah, like, stop asking me that shit. Because then they'll get offended if I'm like, how does it feel to be fucking filthy rich? How does it feel to have privilege and not know the world? Is that why you can smile in every pic? How does it feel?
How come white dudes be smiling in pics and then black dudes just be like this?
Because our lives be like this, man. Fuck this. We like, fuck this. I can't do it. It's hard to be black in America. It's hard to be black, period. But especially here, like it's like fuck it, just take it, for my niggas.
Like, and white men just be smiling.
Like
on boats.
Nah, there was
on yachts.
There was one. I saw this one John on Twitter. I gotta find that shit, but it was a white dude. He was like making fun of us. Like I think he was like a Trump supporter, but the shit it was so offensive. But I ain't gonna lie, I laughed so hard because I was like, oh shit. I was so mad, but I laughed. You know what he said? Remember the song by MIA? Fast die young bad girls do it well. There's a song out called that. That's the lyrics. This nigga goes. This motherfucking white man goes. Live fast die young black niggas do it well. I was like, oh shit. I was like, no, you didn't. And yo, he had bar for bar, like talking about. He said something welfare chains, and I was like, I was getting mad. Like, you know how you get when you bite your lip. I was like, when he said black niggas do it well, I was like, but see, that's what we come to though.
And yeah, I mean, it comes when
we allow certain shit to happen. You can't be letting your white friends get away with that. But yes, unfortunately, black men, we're the most disrespected people. But yeah. Hopefully that's why we gotta stand behind your words, stand on top of your shit, and but as for black people out there who ain't support your celebrities that do that. I'm not saying just because celebrities, but if they're getting that heat, then back them up. Like if Snoop had that shit and they did that to him, like you got to support and be like, hey, nah, fuck that shit. Keep doing what you're doing. Fuck what they got to say.
All right, leave a like and a comment, bro. We'll read that.
Yes.
Shout out to everybody on Instagram and Facebook. I see you.
You see you.
Can you tell them who our sponsor is?
Yeah, shout out to 1990 something. Remember, if you want to know, have that nostalgic moment of the 90s, go to 1990 something. They got you. Check out 1990 something.
I want to talk about Bernie, Biden, or I want to know what you think. I ain't talking about
what
the past 2 weeks. I've been one by one. Once I find something, I lose something else. I lost my debit card a couple days. Lost my hat. Lost my AirPods. And I was hurt about that one.
I would be hurt too.
That had me searching and shit. I lost my wedding ring for
wedding wing.
Yeah,
wedding wing. Yeah,
Mike Tyson wedding rings.
Yeah. Oh God.
But bro, I just feel like I think that's a sign from God saying, "Slow down, fool. Slow down.
Yeah,
slow down, family." I say hard to stand up, and when black men don't financially support.
Oh, it's more than financially, man. Yeah, of course, that's a start, but we gotta do more than that because we financially support trap niggas. So we got to be careful about how you say financially. We got to be more than that. We have to stand and be unified.
Yeah,
financially is a start though, but you got to make sure you know what you're funding. Like I said, we fund trap shit all the time. You got to make sure you fund the right things.
If you know certain situations, you know he didn't really have a job like that.
Yeah.
He didn't really working part time at Burger King. What else can he do right now? Young or something? Like you can't really financially. But I understand black men are not really. Black women, y'all got it good right now. You guys got good jobs and everything.
Well, no, and that's not in a negative way. Good job. We want you to get that. We want that. Please continue, black women. Please continue doing it. It makes our sisters look good and they hard workers. Because there's a notion out there that black people don't like to work, and they'll say that about black women. No, there's a lot of educated black women, and shout out to them for working shit and pay these sisters. Pay them.
All right, so the Super Tuesday will happen. Was it a couple states voted for the Democratic, California, Texas. I was very disappointed.
I bet you were.
And other states,
States.
but Being a Bernie supporter, I was very disappointed at the turnout. I saw so many. I was fighting my own family on Facebook because they were saying go Biden. I became that person on Facebook that be posting so much
political shit.
I couldn't stand it. I had to say something.
It's just
y'all can't allow this man to be in the White House. This man Biden. I'm talking about Biden, y'all, because in Virginia he beat Bernie. I knew it was going to be hard in the first place because Virginia is so middle when it comes to that type of. In Texas, I was hoping he pull one out, but Texas
about Florida. Florida ain't happening yet.
Florida not yet.
Not yet. That's what I'm focusing on. All right, Florida, get your shit together.
But yeah, man. But I was disappointed in the black Democrat old people. Basically, I'm gonna get to it's basically it was the boomers, old black boomers, voted for Biden and turnouts. I'm like, bro, like Biden is trying to cut fucking Social Security. Biden gave you the crime bill that got your fucking grandson J Rock locked up until today.
When the Chronic came out, he just got released. Let that sink in.
And Biden lied saying that he got arrested. He got arrested being with Africa.
What,
Nelson Mandela. He lied about that, and no one's not checking him for it.
It's just a lot of things. This is why you gotta research and study your history of people, you guys. Don't always look at the people, what they were doing before they blew up. That tells you a lot. Now I know people can change over the years, but fuck all that. You need to look at what they were doing before then.
Biden was against busing.
I'm telling you guys, you gotta. Now, and I know Bernie people, a lot of people, one thing somebody kept saying he's old. I'm like, look, I'd rather have somebody in there who know what they doing. Fuck that shit. But let's just be real. Like, the Democratic Party it's still a shit show right now compared to Trump and them. Like, Trump is damn near going to be solidified right now just because they're going to say the economy is good. Mind you, this is off of Obama's strengths, but we're not even going to go there. They'll say that shit. They're going to give Trump the credit because the economy is good. So it's hard. It's an uphill battle for the Democratic Party.
What can you tell black? How can you switch? And then they only when you check somebody on it, like, why do you like Biden so much? They say because Obama,
and they don't know the history behind that. You don't know the history of what happened. That's
the reason why Biden was the vice president was because racist white people was the only reason they were going to vote for Obama was that Biden.
Yeah, it's deep. It's deeper than that. That's why we have to, like, for black people, you have to do your research and study the people. Study shit. Look at things. Not just for 2 seconds. Really dig deep and go back and look at that person and look at what the things they did in the past. He said they passed that bill will put your family in jail and them 3 strike shits.
Right.
With the Clintons.
And I'm thinking right now with this whole coronavirus, the whole thing should be about Medicare for all. Like, if you to get tested for test, it's like $3,000. Do you have $3,000 to get tested for corona?
Hell no.
If
I barely got enough to buy a corona. You know
I can't even get a six. I can't even get an eight.
And they said corona sales have been down. Shit, give us a discount.
Give us a discount.
It's 60 cents a bottle now, or for a 6-pack.
We gonna be on the beach.
Right, exactly.
With the fucking corona.
Exactly. I need Coronas to be like $4 for 6-packs right now until the scare is over. I bet you that should go away real quick. So yeah, it's just
if you had Medicare for all, that's what everyone in America should be getting healthcare.
But that's not gonna happen because this is a capitalist nation. It costs, man. It costs to be a boss.
It costs to be the boss. Well, speaking of cost to be the boss, girl Megan Thee Stallion didn't really read the fine print, and now she's complaining about it.
There's a lot of shit going on.
Apparently, she got some people in her ear talking about somebody played.
It's so much going on with that situation, but I'm looking at the negotiation of the contract because if this is true, if she was gonna get 40 or 50% of her masters, and that's the thing, it's like that's why, like you said, black people read. And not even yet, black people read your contracts, and if you don't understand it, get a fucking lawyer. If you know you're about to be, if we about to be big right now, I'm sorry, we putting everything we got into a lawyer so they can read that shit. so we can know exactly what we're getting into. Now, if it was 40 to 50%, it's like Megan. No disrespect, but you haven't come out with an album yet. You got mixtapes. That's it.
Bro,
like you got mixtapes. It's like you didn't even have an album yet to solidify who you are. And from what I've seen, them dudes did put a lot out there for her. You know what I mean? Like somebody said, "Oh, it's a $15,000 advance. That ain't shit." Like, yeah, but you don't know she's making money from her tours or sales. Like, if she was smart, and if you get 50% of your royalties or 40, whatever the fuck it was, I think it was between 40 or 50. But if you get that, you're gonna make that money back, and then you know what I'm saying. You want to do things like that, and you don't always jump to somebody else just because. Like some people think that she got.
You talking about when she jumped to Rock Nation?
Yeah, some people think she got a big head because she was there, and somebody said one of the realest shits I ever heard. And my man told me, he's like, man, it seems like she just want to be more famous than successful. I was like, that took me a while to let that sink in. More famous than successful. So I thought about it. Like he broke. I was asking. I'm like, what you mean? He was like, it's more for like a clout and for attention. Because to be successful, it takes more than just being famous. You got to put in that work. You got to grind. Like one dude said, he's like, what really can she rap about? That's really gonna make it big. He asked, and I was listening to some of her lyrics. She got a couple bars, but I'm like,
bars, bro.
She got some bars, but I'm like this. If she came out with a 12-track CD, I feel like four would be fire, then the other four would be meh, and then the last three would be garbage. So is that gonna really be
you know what on her album and on iTunes the first 4 songs gonna have the stars
and then
the rest of them.
exactly, and then that's it. So I honestly feel like I don't know if Megan really, like, let's be honest, like, is she really gonna be that big of a star? Is she gonna be bigger than like a Doja Cat? And I know that they're totally two different type of artists, but that's my point. Is she really gonna take off to the point where she would just stand out and be that big? And I agree with what my man said. He said she just want to be famous because there's no reason to go through this shit and how you handling it, publicly blasting people.
But what do you think would trigger her to?
It could be a lot of things. Like some people think she got a big head from going to the Rock Nation and being in the presence of a Jay-Z and a Beyonce. Or some people said that they're the ones behind it. But for my personal opinion, I think she got in over her head and her ego got the best of her and her ambition. It's like you don't leave people that's been good to you. Now I don't know. Like from what I was reading, from what he was saying, is people. It's like she didn't understand in that industry. Yeah, of course you're gonna look appealing because. But they didn't see the work that those other people put in to help you. So now that you are big, yeah, of course they're gonna snatch you up. Do you really think Rock is gonna give her 40 or 50% of her royalties or her masters?
What was it? What was the thing? She got 60. What was
it? Yeah, 60 is. I think it's 60 or 40, 60, 40 or something. But it was a ridiculous amount because here's the thing: you're not even established yet. You have mixtapes. You're hyped right now. You're more hyped than value. You can't do shit like that, in my opinion.
Oh, the battery's about to go.
Yeah, hold on.
Wait. Could you get the charger? I think it's over there.
Give me 1 second, fella. Let me finish.
All right. So what I was saying was, I agree with you. Huh? Yeah. There you go. All right. All right, y'all. We're gonna get this charger. I got it. What I was gonna say was now she's going on social media and posting stuff like that, and this could be like a power move between Prince and Jay-Z. But we don't know. But she's saying, "I want my rights." So now she on some Prince artist by the name whatever the facts are. One out my project is allowing to. Dude, she went to court on them.
Yeah, no.
You don't take black people to court.
That's a bad. That's like once that happens, there's no talking no more. Like you done fucked up. Yeah, when black people go to court. Yeah, what for people out there? If black people gotta go to legal action, man, it's done. There's no more. No more.
Go ahead,
we ain't talking about that shit. Hold on. I know what she said. And the facts are public. I'm extremely pleased that 15 Crawford was try to stop I will proceed Friday, March, stand up for myself and walk out property. She highlight make this a publicity. Facts are 15. Oh no, we gotta read this. 1501 don't approve my budget. My budget. All right. This is the thing that gets me. This shit feels like now. This is why we don't know the whole story, so we don't know. She might have tried to handle things behind closed doors, and it just didn't work out. But I'm not getting that vibe from her. I feel like that she might have said two things, and they were like, "Hey, well, you know how people like, I want this," and you be like, "Well, let's talk about it." No, I just want it right now. You be like, "No, let's sit down and have a talk." In business, you can't just demand shit without having. You can't do that shit. Like we can't go to a certain spot, like a certain station, and be like, "We demand this." They gonna be looking at us like, "Who is you?"
That's like us going to Rip Radio and then doing something else with Listen Vision.
Yeah, but then we demand them to do certain shit, right. Like for us. They'd be like, "Wait a minute, hold on. You we gotta you got a contract.
So that's how it is, bro.
You obligated by that contract.
When you sell cars, sometimes motherfuckers be coming the day after and be like, my contract is wrong. How come I'm paying all this in interest? You signed the paperwork.
That's why you need to fucking read. This is my point. Like people gotta read shit. You cannot. I understand you excited, you hungry, but you have to have fucking common sense.
They say, first they say I didn't know the interest was gonna be this high, and I'm like, sorry, you can't change it. Nowadays you can't really switch a car. You can't change your mind.
You gotta read. You have to read that shit. If you gotta bring a fucking calculator, bring it. We got smartphones now. Siri, what is this interest rate double right here? And Siri gonna be like, nigga, you better get out of there. That ain't nigga, get out of there. That ain't for you.
They got nigga subprime loans.
Yeah, so the whole thing could have been handled differently. Like Jay Prince, when he said the shit he said, I was like, woo. Jay Prince mad. He mad. But what they were saying though, I feel like what they were saying is more. I feel like I can believe him more, and I think he probably did try. They probably did try to reach out to her and try to handle this. You know how black people we try to handle that shit. Right. If we really think it's something there, you want to handle that privately. Like, hey, look, they don't need to put that shit on the net. So it's like, no, why are you doing that? Like for real, like I'd be like, why you behaving like that?
I feel like if y'all don't know, Jay Prince spoke out. So he wasn't. Megan Thee Stallion.
She put him in it, and that's why he should have responded.
And he came out on Instagram. He came out with a long paragraph. I want to give him a about it, but
all I know is that.
But what he said.
All I know is basically he was saying you should have read the contract. The contract was good, and he was like and he told her you fell for the okie doke. Like you went somewhere else, and you thought everything that glitter ain't gold. You saw this opportunity. You think it's gonna be there, but you're not sure until that shit is written down. Like I don't care if you was kicking it with J and B, that's cool, but I don't give a shit about talks until I see something written. You know what I'm saying? I need to see what's written. Like I said, that's like us hanging out with the Breakfast Club, just taking a picture with them, and we think we're on that level. Like no, I need a signature or something to have us on there, or give us numbers. I need to see that shit.
And he said, and he brought up her dead mama. He said, in this, I give credit to Megan along with her mother, who evidently agreed to arrest her.
Yeah, and a lot of people are getting mad about that part, and I hear you. But he was saying, what he's trying to say is they read this contract. They read this contract, so it wasn't that bad. It's like. And I guess what he's saying is don't let other people get in there and to feed you that bullshit. Because it can. That industry, the entertainment industry is a doggy dog thing. There always is going to be somebody else who will look at you and be like, well, we can do better for you with this or we can do better for you with that. No, you stick with the people that's been good to you. You know what I'm saying? Like that has your back, that wants to support you. Now, I feel like these brothers did support her. and did do this shit. It's like, yo, you was gonna get if you were gonna get 40 to 50% of your Masters oil royalties. What artists out there who you haven't even come? And I was thinking like Megan, you haven't even come out with albums. You came out with mixtapes. Mixtape and albums are two different things. How many rappers we know that are hell of a mixtape people, but their albums are ass? A lot. So I'm not gonna. Yeah, damn that. I'm not judging you off your fucking mixtapes. That's cute, but I need to know what your albums. Like I said, if she had a 12 track album, I honestly would say it would be a C minus, which would be disappointing for her.
No, she does come out with hits after hits, bro.
Yeah, no, and the singles.
I would say, AJ,
what's up?
I've been feeling you hard on her.
No,
she's a woman.
No, it ain't even about that.
She's a woman.
If a fucking dude signed the contract the wrong way, like NWA and them, when they signed that contract, they played themselves. That's why Cube is like, nigga, you stupid. Why would you sign this shit? So no, that's anybody, male or female. I don't care who you are.
This
if you got to read your contracts, read the contracts.
This reminds me, from contract. I feel like his arm is giving out, and I feel like Megan Thee Stallion, her knees,
her knees are giving out.
It's giving out. Then she's not different the way she was. And she's young. She's like a running back right now. She's a running back. So I feel like time is running out. Her knees. She got big game.
Nah, it's not even. What? No, I mean she got plenty. No, she got plenty of time.
After every concert, man. I bet she's icing her knees. Like LeBron. Right
no, dog. Megan is only like 23, 24 years old. She still got some time.
Running out. She's trying to negotiate her contract.
It's not even that, man. It's the simple fact, like I said, I need more of your quality. And 3 mixtapes ain't gonna cut it. You haven't even given me a fucking album yet. How do I know the same energy is gonna be on an album? Like we just said, every artist can't make a complete album like you can at mixtape. Because mixtape you have more freedom. Mixtape you can do a little more shit. But an album, you know how it is, how the industry works. And if she would go to Rock Nation, you really think Jay gonna give you 50 to 40% of your royalties? Hell nah. Or your masters, you might be lucky to get 10. And remember, they give you a bigger advance. You gotta pay that shit back. And what happens if your product doesn't sell? Like, so if they give her, let's say they give her $1 million advance, and she only makes $400,000 of that back, there's still $600,000 that you owe.
But she's not gonna
with interest.
She's not gonna fly.
We don't know that. You don't know that. You don't know that. That's my thing. Like, I wouldn't do that. Like, how many? You listen to her song. Do you think she would be the next big thing? The next big. Would she be bigger than a Doja Cat right now? Answer that question.
Why are you keep bringing up Doja?
Because Doja is popping and she's hot.
Bringing up Doja Cat?
Because she's talented
you were just right here playing her song 3 times.
Her shit is good.
Who is she?
Doja Cat is a very versatile artist, and she can rhyme. She got rap. She's sexy. She's naturally thick. She got major talent. Doja Cat is very good. Now I've been on her since like when she did that interview with Vlad TV. That's how I got put on about her. But she's actually really good. But she's to me the next big thing for the 2020s era. I don't know if I think they're in totally 2 separate lanes, of course. But my thing is, are you gonna be able to make that much noise in your lane? Because is she, bro? I'm just saying, like that. Shaking your ass is one thing on stage, but can you make me a complete album?
Why do you keep going back to this album? Like people actually care about that shit.
People do care about albums.
Personalities. People care about hits.
I get what you're saying, but
what's up, Simply Deep out there?
I get what you're saying, and I get what you're saying, but it's gonna be a little deeper than that. Motherfuckers are gonna want to hear some bars too.
Okay, but and Doja Cat, she came out talking about like you putting our artists together. So
look,
you're part of the.
I'm not part of it. No, look, I know what I like, motherfucker. I just know
the destruction.
I'm not part of no destruction. I just know what I like. I'm just not gonna listen to no bullshit. Like you can only bend your knees for so long for me to go. All right, I'm done. I need bars. I've seen your cheeks, and like I said, I've seen some singles, but I need a complete album.
Isn't she in school? She couldn't read the contract.
Exactly. How you in college and you don't read your contract?
What's her major?
I don't know.
Liberal arts?
Nah, probably business.
Business?
You know niggas go to school for business. When you don't know what you're doing, you go to school for business.
I thought you go to business. I thought you go to if you don't know, you go liberal arts.
Nah, you don't do liberal arts.
That's what the fuck I did. I was just going to different shit. I couldn't pass the fucking math.
Nah, man.
At community college.
Nah, man. But that's how it be. So
that's how it be.
That's how it be. Megan, read your contract and read the contract next time, please.
Yeah, it's Ishtalk. Make sure you guys leave a like and
and shout out to our people watching. Shout out to the homies watching.
Shout out to the homies. Shout out to 1990-something LLC.com.
Our sponsors, check them out. Good shit.
All
Good
your
shit.
90s clothing. Tell them that Ishtalk sent you, okay?
Oh yeah, summertime.
We get a little break off that.
Look, I'm here to tell you, summertime. I'm rocking the West Coast shit from the 90s. Debo shirts. Devo shirts, some Dickies and some Dickies. And you already know I got my cat. You already know I got my Chucks.
Where you gonna wear that to?
The beach.
The beach.
I'm going to Vegas, man. You should come.
Why are you wearing long sleeves?
Maybe spring, because it'll still be a little windy. You know, I gotta have my "What's up, y'all? What's up, red" shirt. I gotta have that shit. What you got my 40 homie shirt? I gotta have that kind of shirt.
I would be thinking like people in Cali. I be watching videos of people in Cali. They be wearing long sleeves. I'm like, isn't it always hot over there?
No.
But then it's the same thing when I see people in the 1920s wearing suits.
No, you gotta understand. It's different over there. It's dry weather on the West Coast, so it ain't humidified like over here and shit where we be. It's 70 degrees in Virginia, but it's really 87 with that fucking humidity over there. When it's 75, it's 75. It gets cold in Cali.
I'm getting scared, man. It's getting too warm right now.
Overwarm? Yeah.
It's getting too warm right now.
Nah, 2012 was when I knew the world.
I shouldn't be walking around my white beard.
Yo, remember 2000?
Shit to the car.
Remember 2012 when we was listening to the mixtape Rich Forever with Rick Ross, and we was listening to that shit in February, and it was like 80 degrees. We was at the apartments off Beauregard Road. He was living with the other girl back then. You know what I'm talking about.
What happened?
Like, I'm just saying, it was February, and we was walking outside, and we had sandals on. Oh. That's when I knew, yep. Oh, man. World's coming to an end, but it's all good.
It's all good.
Let me get It's all good.
Especially the world's going to end. Spike Lee. If y'all don't know Spike Lee, he was on the First Take talking about how he
did Spike dirty. He
was getting harassed at the Knicks. At the Knicks game.
Yeah, and they told him you can't go through the employee interest again. Like the man's been doing that shit for 28 years. Now all of a sudden you have a problem. Get the fuck out of here. And I like how he said. And look, he went on the show with Knicks outfit, on. Talk about commitment. I would do some shit.
Even though he's getting abused.
I would do some shit like that. If Tampa Bay disrespect and kicked me out right now, I'd be on the show crying with my Bucks helmet like this. It's all right, though. Are you coming back this season? Nah, I'll be back next season, though. But, yeah, like, they did him dirty. And, like, the Knicks have always been a shitty organization since after Ewing and them anyway. So, this is what I'm saying. Just don't pay these motherfuckers. Stop going to the game. Stop going to this stuff. And shit, like, they did Spike dirty, of course. That was wrong.
I feel like he was like, why would you... Well, like, I mean, I saw the video of him like yelling, clearly, you know.
I would be too. You would do the same thing. You've been doing this routine literally 28 years. What is and then one thing is called professional service. That's your customer service. He is still a customer there. You mean to tell me you couldn't take him to the side and say, "Hey, how you doing, Mr. Lee? From here on out, we're gonna have you go another direction. Is that all right, sir? And I apologize for the inconvenience in advance. It's just due to whatever circumstances that have changed." You don't just walk in and be like security. No, they would not do that shit to Jack Nicholson and the Lakers. They would never do that. If Jack Nicholson raised his voice, everybody in there getting fired. They wouldn't do that shit to him. So they just thought they was gonna do punk Spike Lee. But yo, when I was dying when he shut Molly up. He was like, "Let me finish." Molly was always trying to interrupt people. She was like, let me finish. When he said, "Let me finish," she went, you know, Stephen Pryor was like this.
Jalen Rose, hey.
Jalen.
Yeah, and also what happened that was fucking funny.
What?
There was this thing about him making this same old move, look down at the ball and shoot. But this is thing about how refs. I never understood that. Players get mad, yelling at the refs. Like, what can you do?
Because they fucking up the flow of the game.
And that's like the same thing. Like, why people ask me, this is the same thing when I get disrespected at work. thing happened to me. Somebody came, asked, when he came in, someone comes in, one of us have to say, hey, here to see. I said, hey, how can I help you? I'm here to see blank. I'm here to see Brad. I was like, okay, can I give you? He's like, no, he knows who I am. Everybody's listening. So I'm like, okay. So I'll take it 2 steps. I was like, maybe I should ask a certain way. Maybe he didn't understand. I was like, can I get your last name? He was like, I have that too.
Oh shit, was he white?
So I walk in the office. The manager over here heard him. So I was like, this is. But I wanted to say walk out. I was like, Mr. Mysterious Man is here. Mr. Hijab. It was some Pakistani dude with his with a young wife.
Ooh, did he have an accent?
Yes.
Oh, I'd have fucked him up with that accent. Oh, one moment, please.
Like his name was like his name was fucking Nepal. But
I'd have fucked him up.
And then even the manager was like, why is he talking to you like that? And then it was a white man that said a white man said, why is he talking to you like that? And then so he came out and talked to everybody was like, yo, you gonna let him slide like that?
But they just wanted to see you. No, I'm glad you didn't do that, because if you would have had the angry black man reaction, your boss would have fired you. So kudos to keeping you cool. That's good. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to have that professional conduct. Because if you would have been like, look, Aladdin, what the fuck, you know.
And of course he had a business. So when foreigners with a business, they think they fucking top shit. They think they fucking Donald Trump.
They are, because they be going to clubs and buying all the baddest damn women. That shit break my heart. You ever been to the club? You be knowing them like, look, oh, here come Roger Hodge. Here come Baja Baj. Here we go. He got all the bitches now.
I was going to wrap it up and try to get back to Spike Lee, just saying how you can't really, shit happens. You can't really do anything. You can't really complain like when shit happens.
No,
especially when you get pulled over. I never understood people that yelling at the cops. Well, I'll rip this shit. Fuck you, buddy. What's your badge number?
Like, white people can do that. No, white people can do that.
I feel like if you get caught, if you behind enemy lines, just be quiet. Take the shit.
Nah, yeah. I don't know how to do.
Okay, you keep it moving. You don't argue. You don't waste your energy.
Nah, because they gonna don't waste your energy, because they gonna waste your energy. You know what I'm saying?
Wasted.
Yeah, nobody wants that. No.
But you be going.
I don't argue. I don't go back. I go back and forth with legal talk. Well, sir, I ask you these questions, but I don't be like, this is some bullshit. I just be like, sir, officer. Well, can I ask you these questions? Now that's something I do. But I make sure that's nighttime. I'm just silent night out this bitch. You know, suspended. I didn't know that. I swear I didn't know. I didn't know.
Whose car is this?
Like, whose car? It's my car, so this is my mama's name.
It was in my mother's name.
Yeah, exactly. But no, you just don't. Black people do not lose your shit like to the point where you literally, when your hands do this, nah, that's nothing no go.
Simply Deep said, how do you handle an embarrassing moment? Well, for me,
on the job, you gotta be more specific, honey. On the job, you don't do shit. You just gotta take that L and walk away.
An embarrassing moment, I just keep it moving. I don't sit down, walk away. And then for me, I just think about all the comebacks when I'm driving home of what I should have said or what I should have done.
Shit.
When I have an embarrassing moment, and I replay the shit over and over when I'm taking a shower, when I'm laying down, when I'm watching TV.
Nah, fuck that. Because you know what? What if you did react those ways? You'd be taking a shower, laying down, watching TV, and then be fired, and you'd be doing that same routine with no income. No.
How do you handle embarrassing moments?
I have to take the L, especially on the job. On the job, take that L.
Actually,
unless I got a job lined up for me with more money.
Hold on, no.
Fuck that.
It doesn't even have to be at a job, but embarrassing moment. I feel like for you just somehow try to fumble it or tumble it the way to get it to deflect on them or something like that.
Yeah, because typically it is them. Like if somebody if somebody says no, if you got some shit with me, a problem with me that I didn't start it, you're the problem, not me. You don't like yourself.
You the type of do that trip. You're the same shit that Oprah did. All these shoes.
No, I'm the type where
who gave me these shoes?
It's not even that. Like I'll laugh at that moment, but I'm talking about when people come at me.
An embarrassing moment. What was the last embarrassing moment you had? Keep it real.
An embarrassing moment. It. Oh, at my job, I said fag, and there was a gay guy there. I was like, I said this faggot right here. Just so, and I was like, but I wasn't referring to him, but it was somebody else that I was talking about at the time. You know, motherfucking people asking about my dick and shit. I was like, this faggot ass dude over here, faggot ass nigga, and he heard me. I was just like,
what does he look like?
He just looked. He was.
What he look like?
I can't. White guy, and he was just like, oh. He heard me. I was like, not you.
I would say.
I'm like, yeah. But when I said not you, he laughed. Thank God. And he's young. He's not old. He's like 21. So he was just like, yeah. And he was like, no worries. And I heard you talking about somebody else already. I was like, but you talking about an embarrassing moment. I was like, ooh, I said that loud too. Like that fag word, that joint just hit everybody's ears. They all looked and was like, oh.
I would say embarrassing moment. I was trying to show somebody something on the phone. And came up as Pornhub.
What is that? Deep pussy?
You know the DP?
What the hell? I don't know what it. I'm sorry, I don't go into that world.
No.
I don't go into that world. I make my
DP. Double penetration.
You still like shit like that? You still like watching a girl get stuffed?
So
what the fuck is wrong with you?
That was
Nigga likes watching. This nigga right here likes watching bondages of people getting mishandled and gang banged and gagged, and you know, I get your rocks off when she's getting stuffed in the mouth and the butt, huh? You want all her hoes plugged, don't you? You nasty son of a bitch. Nasty.
Hey man, and then the person could never look me in the eye no more.
I bet they couldn't. Nasty nigga.
No, that's one of the reasons why I changed.
They call you nasty nigga. No. Nah, nigga, nasty nigga.
The girl Lonnie Love said some wild shit again.
When did she not say wild shit?
And somehow she always traces it back to black people. But before we move on to Lonnie Love, here's an example. Somebody walks in on you, lucky at the wrong time. At
the fuck?
That caught fucking somebody just walking by.
I'm gonna finish.
Huh?
I'm gonna finish. Hopefully, if she's fine, I'll be like, you wanna join?
I would say.
You'll freeze. We know your ass. You'll go. We know you. We know you.
If the police pull up.
Oh no! If it's the police, shit. There's nothing to do. There's nothing to do then. You just fucked.
Yeah, put your pants up.
Yep, and then take that walk. You gotta take that walk. Walk of shame.
They gonna tell you step out the car. And she got
hang tight.
Hang tight.
If I tell you hang tight, you going to jail.
But nah, I haven't got caught fucking car.
That's
but,
good.
You know, Lonnie Love came out. She somehow she gets back to black people. That last time about how black men
don't know how to love
how to love.
Yeah, shit like that. Yeah.
So let's see what. And even those was like.
Damn, my man's laughing. Hold on. All right, stop this shit, please. Okay, I get where she was going. I get what she's trying to say, that as black people growing up in certain areas, we didn't know the right foods to eat, and that's why a lot of things happen. But nah, for your big ass, you knew when you got older what to eat. You just continued to eat that shit. Shut up. Don't nobody will hear that. And Amanda's face is funny though. She like that. I wouldn't know nothing about that.
I wouldn't know nothing about that.
Like, that's the face she look like. I didn't know about that.
But I'm like, baby girl, why you gotta bring up black people? White people are never saying White people are so we don't know how to.
Yeah, it's just and I get that. That's why I'm like it's a double flip. It's like a flip like fish. Like black people aren't the only people who are eating like shit. Like you got a bunch of people out here. Just say you're not healthy.
I watch 600 Pound Life and I see white people.
Exactly. I've seen sick. Yeah, it's like come on.
And the Pakistani doctor said you have 10 days to live.
Damn.
Why can't you do that?
Yeah. So it's just one of those things where she just Lonnie, just like everything is just. I get what she was trying to say, but she could have elaborated. For the projects, I'm just like, here we go.
And first of all, ghetto project meals
are delicious. They're delicious, but they ain't good.
A hot dog and some bread.
Nah, that shit ain't good for you.
Or
though.
some.
That shit ain't good for you, black people. That shit ain't good.
Milk,
that shit ain't good. No, everything.
Milk and rice.
Yeah, but a lot of that shit ain't good for us. Like the fried chicken, fucking your arteries up and all that. I get where she was trying to go, but it's just. Slonny love. Unfortunately, when you're at that, you're at a level where you could say the right shit, but because of who you are and your past things that you've done, nobody's gonna want to hear what the fuck you gotta say. So that's I'm done with that conversation. She played herself. Did he say?
Oh, hold on, nigga. Let me break it down. So Mike Tyson. See what he said.
What, he missed being a killer?
Yeah, he missed being a killer, and everybody felt that. Even Mike Tyson called himself. You see, Reyes like.
Yeah, sugar like you don't know because if he laughs, it's his ass. He like I can't. Too bad. Man, I think you know by him I feel. Because you're so beautiful.
From the tissues out for that man. You ever seen a?
I mean, it's just it's hard like, because he's just had a really
gangsters do.
It's not and he's just had a really hard life, not just because being on the streets, but when he did become successful, unfortunately he wasn't after Customato died, he was around a fucking bunch of leeches, vultures, and deceivers. And we're not saying he's perfect, but those people didn't do him, they didn't treat him right. They were just after his money and just wanted to be around him for clout. So of course he's emotionally fucked up. Like, remember, he was young. He was 20 years old as the heavyweight champion of the world. And he just got paid. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have the right people, and he didn't have a relationship with people, like a true, like where people loved him for who he was. Not Iron Mike Tyson, but just Michael Tyson. So that shit like that makes me mad because back in the day, people used to portray him as this bulldog killer and bully. No, it was just he had to do. That was just that's what he had to do. And then he's a kind and gentle individual. So I don't like when people do that.
See his daughter's a tennis player.
Yeah, and they
look so adorable together.
Yeah, and it's just like with Tyson, man, he's that person where it's like, look, society really did try to fuck him over. And like the Robin Givens of the world. Like that shit, that interview to this day, it's like it makes me like, really, bitch, that's how you felt? You gonna talk about him and then once again, a black man humiliated. But look, and shout to him for
Mike Tyson. He froze up.
He didn't freeze up. He knew not to give them what they wanted because I guarantee you, if them fucking cameras wasn't in there, he'd be like, hold on, and then he'd probably look at the white girl, like, you can get it too. Get the fuck out my house. So yeah, like the way she did him, it was dirty. It was like, yo, you didn't have to do that. That wasn't that's some shit that. That's something you talk to your marriage counselor or your therapist or the pastor. You don't say that shit on national TV, so fuck her for that.
I guess she was trying to lash out. I mean, out or
reach out. I didn't like that at all. I didn't appreciate that. But yeah, Tyson, of course he has emotional issues, and I hope that whatever he goes through, God bless him, he can get help that and find some peace and closure. And I hope he has surrounded people with him that love him for who he is. Have that real connection. So shout out to Mike Tyson. Shout out to Iron.
Yes, Mike. Yeah, feel sorry for you.
Don't feel sorry. I feel for you for that moment. I hope whatever happens, man. Shout out to you, man.
Yeah.
You still a beast.
Well, I saw this article. Actually, it was talking about how the government should birth control. But the thing now, get Medicare for. I hope trying to say abortions covered. I want to ask you, do you think abortions should be covered? Taxpayer? I feel like, hey, if I paid mine, if I put in my money, I put in yours. If I put in my ducats,
Yeah,
why should it be free?
It's a touchy subject. I mean, of course, I want because you gotta understand that's a touchy subject because especially the circumstances of the pregnancy.
Well, also, I'm not saying if you got raped or something. Yes,
that's what I'm saying. You gotta understand the circumstances. Even if there are people out there who might not be able to afford to take care of the child. Now, of course, I would say everybody wants to say the right thing. Okay, give it up for adoption, but that's not always so simple either. Because what if that mother still has that connection, and it's just one of those things, man. Before that shit even go that far, wrap that shit up and make sure she on birth control right then, or go get a fucking plan B or something.
I understand birth control covered, but
it should be. But now, if abortions,
yes or no, nigga?
I would say yeah. I would say
Why?
yeah. Just because, like you said, like they do that shit on Like, come on, like think about it. Why is a one Trojan condom $6 at the gas station? They want you to fuck. They want you to like nah. Fuck that. It should be. The government should pay for it. They should like pay for that shit. Call it a day. They pay for all other kind of other dumb shit.
I feel like before we even start paying for abortions, start paying ads. Women, they should be getting period. What's it called? Pads.
Yeah.
What's it called, y'all?
Maxi pads.
Lexi pad. What's
Maxi what the fuck is Lexi pads?
Lexi pads.
No. Don't do it. Don't do it.
And they go up.
No, don't do it.
Don't
do it. Don't do it. No, I mean it's one of the.
I mean, what you think? I brought that up. Oh, yep. Say AJ more likely to get paid with.
What? AJ more likely to get away with what shit? What shit?
I mentioned. Oh, okay. Oh, no. For open. Caught. Having sex outdoors and getting caught. Like,
I don't know. Whatever.
Okay.
But no, I mean, should it get funded? Yeah. I mean, it's just.
Shouldn't because fucking got no plan money.
I mean, that's a good.
That should be Plan C.
That's a good point. Like, I don't know, like
bro.
It's one of those things where, like I said, I'm up in the air when it comes to that shit.
Just say you agree.
I agree, but that's one of those, like I said, motherfucker, it's tennis. Like, you ain't gonna get a straight answer from me on that one. That one's tough. That's a tough one. Tough one. It's a tough one.
Yeah,
it's a tough one.
I feel like if I had to wait, do that car ride, if I was the one that had to give in, was it 12?
Oh, hey, shout out to Desmond King. He what's up, my man? He says, well, isn't birth control pills free at the clinic? Free clinic? Yeah.
Yes, but we're talking about
he talking about abortion. He talking about getting rid of them.
They're trying to make abortions free, but I feel like it's not going to really happen. They're not these Christians out there. They're not going to let that happen.
Oh God!
In certain states, that having an abortion is hard as fuck or illegal. You agree, AJ? I don't, but I feel like you gotta do your time. I gave this girl money, $120. She ended up buying the fucking stroller. I'm gonna have to strangle both of them.
This guy.
Knock 2 stones out. Was it?
Two birds with one stone.
Knock 2 guys out.
Yeah. Lay off of that. Lay off of that spinach.
Yep. Oh, the boy Meek Mill came out and said Birkin is whack. I agree. I applaud him on that. Working should not be. Then again, people are lazy when it comes to safe sex. Oh yeah, that is a good point, Desmond. Yeah, and just like Simply Deep say, AJ the type is where it's so good, it's so macaroni and cheesy.
Nah, I ain't never said that.
And you have told me many times, chicks have been say, what do they say?
Yeah, and I'm looking at them,
okay.
and I'm like,
right
no,
when
it ain't.
Right when no, it's okay.
And I'm like, no, it ain't.
You can pull out.
And I'm be like, no, it ain't. And I go, no, it ain't. It's time to go. No, it ain't.
That's like when the Debo talk to the old man. You got a problem, old man? No.
I'm be like, no.
You wanna know?
The answer's no.
I ain't going out like Willie.
Yep, not doing that.
So, twerking out. Got to a point where I'm so desensitized to seeing asses jiggle. It doesn't even arouse me no more. I'm feeling like that's gonna be this whole movie where somehow I know showing your ass is not going out of style. Not saying it's bad and doing it too much. It's not gonna work no more. That's like watch so many gore videos. I got desensitized. But what do you think? You think men are more? They're getting.
It's just more. It's levels to it. Like we're tired of you twerking for attention. Like nobody wants to see that. That shit is getting played out now. It's like, all right, we're tired of you because you're the same type. If you act like you want to smoke, and if I like come at you a certain way, then all of a sudden I'm in the wrong. So yeah, we're just tired of you doing this shit for a drop of clout. Because I'll take twerking if it's in front of my face, or from the club or something, or girl 1-on-1 or something. But yeah, that shit like all over the internet. Yeah, it's just to the point where I'm just mad. Like, all right, you're just doing this for clout. I don't have no time. I don't have time for this shit. I don't have time.
Social media.
No, it didn't. Social media didn't. No.
Going to the strip club
no.
And watching the ass
social media didn't do shit.
I can see you doing it in the morning. Look, when I wake up, I can scroll and see you, and then I can see.
I'm okay with that because here's the thing: social media didn't do shit. It just amplified people who they are, who they already were. That's all. It just gave them a bigger platform to show how hoish they were. That's all. That's all it is. Social media can't do anything without you being on it. So it just amplified that person's inner ego anyway. So if she always wanted to do that shit, now she got a platform.
They said they used to have a saying called "sex sells," but who looks like it's no longer selling.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's oversaturated. It's selling, but it's not as like it used to be because it's oversaturated. Because anybody can do it now. The market is oversaturated, but it still ain't going out. It's still gonna be around forever, but it's not like it used to be because that's why you got certain, and then that's why the natural women are about to come back winning because this fake plastic shit is getting played out now.
When they gonna make a comeback?
They'll make a comeback soon.
There was some, didn't?
You got your Doja Cat. She's natural. She's natural, and she's naturally thick, and she's bad. Megan Thee Stallion is actually natural. So you have a lot of them out there now, but they're gonna be making that comeback. That plastic shit, I hope it dies real soon. I hope it dies. I hope it like by 2021, we don't care about that shit no more.
I don't know. I think you're more worried. I think I'm more worried about Megan Thee Stallion's knee or with Doja Cat's ass.
I like Doja Cat.
Yeah, man. Bergen's getting played out. I do hope that going as a society will comment talking about how they want.
We're not ever gonna get like that's like trying to get rid of crime in the world. Come on, nigga. it's like getting crime. Yeah, it's like trying to get rid of crime in the world. Stop it. It's just always going. There's always gonna be a mess there for somebody to clean up. Poverty? There's always gonna be a mess for somebody to clean up. This how it is.
It's more likely that it's gonna be more thirsty niggas.
Exactly.
The chances of poverty getting fixed.
Exactly.
Okay. One thing that I saw that somebody used homegirl. I saw it on Twitter.
Yeah.
Whole thing, bro. How with this for a while. poster. My best life, but I have a fucking know. You taking those pictures with her? I understand certain dudes. I like how you show off your woman, you let her wear certain shit, but you got an only thing.
Hey man,
That's like, is that like driving Uber in a different way, like making side money? Like what?
look, I don't know, man. I'm telling you, don't know how it is anymore. You know what I mean? Like that's just how it is. If they have that kind of connection, then fuck it. I couldn't do it, but if that's him, so be it. I can't determine how other people handle things. I mean, it's hard times out here, motherfucking. OnlyFans, if that's where if if a man is dumb enough to pay for that shit, then why not have the woman make money off of it? Shit.
How much you think it is?
I know one in particular that I didn't hit. She's charging motherfuckers $200 just to show herself, and she has 10. Like I know, like she said in the beginning, she had 10 loyal ones, and they would give it $200 a month. You do the math. That's how she can afford that rent she's paying in Arlington. I ain't stupid. Like, and she lives on the north side. Now you know, near.
So she got condominium money
near mother Roslyn, near Roslyn. She got bread. So that's what I'm saying. But yeah, she got courthouse money. But if there are simps out there who are willing to pay for that shit, hey, power to her. Power to her. Yeah, I need an OnlyFans. If I knew there was 20 women right now who would give me just $100 a month, I'm no OnlyFans. That
there's
shit.
never going to be a saturation of the dick market.
Whatever. But But my point is, if I could get money off of it,
it's about to be a point where it's going to be more trans
saturation
in the market.
Yeah, but if I can make money off it that way, if anybody's foolish enough to pay for this shit, why not? So hey, that's how I feel about the OnlyFans.
I guess in the dude's mind, he's like, well, there's somebody that's dumb enough to do it. These suckers.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Essentially,
I get to lay with it at night.
Yeah, I mean that's his mindset, but that's him though.
Right.
You don't know the dynamics of their relationship. Shit, for all you know, like he might have his little stable of OnlyFans Jones. He might not be the only one. So
are you saying that this gonna going on?
Yeah, I mean you don't know. Like I said, if you foolish enough to pay for that shit, then hey.
Exactly. Does
give it a money.
Pay for porn?
Yeah, people still pay for that shit. That's what OnlyFans is all about. If you're willing to do that shit and you buy it, whatever, she getting paid. Shout out to her.
Yeah, and like I can see, but I already know what I want to see. I can see a Brazilian. I can see.
All right, like I said, I'm not paying for the shit. I'm not paying for the shit, so it doesn't bother me. All
right, I got one more question. How do you like saying shy, but a little shy? I don't like saying that. Introverts.
I mean, I'm not an introvert, so I can't answer that question. You answer that shit.
Say I'm an introvert.
You're more of an introvert than I am. I'm a shooter. You know that.
Well, what do you think they can do?
I don't know. Like motherfucking like women, those type of women to be more the aggressors. They'll be, if anything, sometimes an introvert they can get more because they're mysterious and the woman wants to know more about them. So they'll probably be reaching out more, talk more, try to ask him more about him. You know, like if a woman is genuinely, from what I can see, you don't even have to be an introvert or extrovert. If she like you, she's gonna take more of the initiative to talk to you as well. Or sometimes they're really shy, but it just depends. But for the most part, a woman will, if they know you're not gonna be the one that's talking, they'll say a little something.
Yeah.
They'll say a little something that like.
Or especially if you work with one.
Yeah, if you work with one, they'll definitely show that they like you.
If a girl,
so
if a chick like you, if she asks you questions or at you can tell when a chick look at you.
Yeah. So that's how I look at it.
She'll say something about your hair or something.
Yeah.
How long have you been bald? Or
yeah, they they actually want to get to know about you. They're trying to connect. So typically, if they like you, they'll try to. Any woman likes you, they're gonna try to connect.
So if they ask questions.
Yeah, they want to talk. They want to actually get to know about you.
But for somebody that doesn't have any game, I would say you have to at least look fly.
Of course,
you gotta wear some sort of gotta at least wear something new, fresh.
Of course, there's
so
always
someone can actually look at you.
yeah, of course.
So
There's always going to be
you
that
know what I'm saying.
that aspect. Yes.
Okay. Anything else? How do you know if a chick like you?
Nope, that's it. I told you I ain't no introvert. I'm a shooter. So
Or you can start talking. You never know.
Exactly.
Start asking questions about them.
Yep.
You know, be like, hey, you like sushi?
There you go.
Do you like 69?
It beat.
Just you can be like AJ. You can be like ask questions. How long does it take? But you know, play DJ.
That's my wife. That's my wife.
What?
Don't put me out there like that. That's something I'm gonna ask my wife. I don't be asking no. You can't do that. You can't do that in this era. Get arrested for that shit.
Bring this shit up. They gonna bring shit up when Ishtalk is worth $1 million.
I'm gonna say that. And you know what I'm gonna say? Wasn't me. Wasn't me. My phone was hacked.
They're gonna show the picture of you doing your dick pic, doing this in the shower.
I can't do that. I don't show my face.
You don't send dick pic no more.
I'll show my face. I'll be like, that wasn't me. They be like, it is you. No, it ain't. Prove it.
Get that fucking birthmarking.
Yeah, that ain't mine. That ain't mine. You just dirty.
So what if what happened with? Why'd you give a follow up? Like what happened with the guy?
I don't have a beef. I don't have beef.
And the dude that was going to press.
I don't have beef.
He
Look,
said, "Do not speak on me."
Yeah, no, he said,
"Do not use my name."
He said, "Take that shit down. Take that shit down." So I was just like,
"You got scared."
First of all, no, I didn't get scared. First of all, I already had his name written out, so there was nothing he could prove. So what I did is I pretended to do that shit because I knew he was still watching like a hoe, and I put that shit right back up with more of his messages and blocked all his shit out. And I was like, to protect the innocent and the hoes. And then he came back and said, "We still good?" I ignored him. Then he went on my Instagram. Yes, and he kept saying, "Hey, we good? I saw you put something else up. What's up?" And then he went to my Twitter, and I was like, he's literally a bitter female right now. I had to like get away from that. So, it is what it is in that situation. So fuck it. He tried to sue, but then this is the same dude on the side of his mouth claiming to be a street nigga. So that's why I laughed.
Maybe he's instead of hitting, he's using.
He turned into a joke.
All right, we about to end the show, y'all. It was funny as shit. Is there anything else we were?
Oh, we hit all of them.
Yeah. Let's guys go to our YouTube. Right.
Subscribe, spread the word, please. We got you.
All right, and thank you for the little heart.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, y'all? Boy, B More, aka Bunda.
And this is your boy 8Turner_813. You know me. And thank you all for watching. We appreciate y'all. Y'all take care of yourselves. And God bless. We out.